Hi, Beatrice.
Hi Dimitri, how are you?
I'm okay. You know, my teacher asked me to try out for the race at sports day tomorrow. I know I can run really fast, but I'm not sure I can run that fast.
Oh, that's awesome! I'm sure you'll do great.
Well, there are so many others in my class who I bet can run faster than I do. I get so nervous thinking about it. I'm not sure I'll even be brave enough to try.
Hmm, you know what? Why don't we open up the Bible and see if there's a story that might help?
I don't know. I know that Jesus was always really brave, but he's the Son of God. He could do miracles and heal the sick.
Well, there are other stories of normal people who were also really brave in the Bible. Let's see. How about we read this one? Jesus walking on the water.
I'm pretty sure that's something only Jesus can do.
Hush, there's more to the story. Just let me tell it. One time, Jesus and his disciples were planning to sail across the sea. It was almost nighttime, and Jesus wanted to spend some time praying by himself. So he sent his disciples ahead of him. He went up to a mountain all by himself to pray. When he was done, Jesus wanted to catch up with his disciples, but he didn't have a boat. Because he was the Son of God, the wind and the waves obeyed him, and he could walk on top of the water.
Whoa, that's really cool.
Yeah, the story gets better. So Jesus was heading towards his disciples in the boat, but it was late at night and his disciples couldn't see clearly. They thought he was a ghost.
Cool. I like ghosts.
What? Never mind. Let me tell the story. So the disciples cried out.
It's a ghost, and it's coming at us.
Jesus realized what was happening and yelled back.
Don't be afraid. It's me, Jesus.
The disciples were so relieved that he wasn't a ghost. But then Peter spoke up.
Lord, if it's really you, tell me to come to you on the water.
Jesus called him over, and Peter started walking on the water too. It was unlike anything he's experienced before. Although he did get scared when he saw the raging waves, he started to sink, but Jesus was there to help him get back up. Everyone stared in awe of the amazing thing that Jesus was capable of doing, but only Peter got to experience it firsthand. See, Dimitri, in the story, Peter had the courage to ask Jesus to help him walk on the water too, and he did. Nobody else in the world has ever done that, other than Jesus, of course. Even though it didn't quite work out like Peter thought it would, and he did fall into the water and got really wet, he still learned a huge lesson about trusting in Jesus.
That's an amazing story. Peter must be very brave to step out of the boat to try it from himself.
Exactly. Sometimes we just need to find the courage to take the first step. But when we do, we need to trust that there are people around us who are looking out for us. Even when we lose faith, they'll be there to catch us when we fall.
Wow, I never thought of it like that. I do have people I can count on in my life, and I can always count on God.
You're right. Good luck with your race.
Bye, Beatrice.
Bye!
Hey Steeple kids, hey families, I hope you guys are doing really well. What a fascinating story that we just heard from Beatrice and Dimitri. Jesus walking on the water. It's so fascinating that the disciples were really scared when they saw Jesus on the water, but when Jesus told them that don't be scared, it is me, it's Jesus, Peter was the only one who said to Jesus, Lord, if it's you, tell me to come out to the water. And I'm sure nobody else in the world has ever walked on water other than Jesus and Peter, who was brave enough to ask Jesus if he could do it as well. That means you probably should not be trying to walk on water when you're at home or at the pool. Well, Peter showed us an important lesson that we can have the courage to take the first step even though we might be afraid. when we know that there is someone who is looking out for us and someone who is ready to catch us when we fall. And that's exactly what happened to Peter. Now, in the Old Testament, there is a great leader named Joshua, and God always said to Joshua, be strong and courageous. Be strong and courageous. He keeps telling Joshua, even though Joshua wasn't someone who's always strong and courageous and brave, God had to remind him that, hey, you can be strong and courageous because I am with you. So this week, as we think about what does it mean for us to be courageous, to be brave in our own lives, sometimes it means to take the first step, knowing that someone is there to catch us when we fall. So here are 2 questions for you this week. Number 1, what is something courageous or brave that you can do this week? It doesn't have to be big, it just needs to be a small step to help us have the courage to take the first step out. And the second thing is, who in your life will be there to catch you if you do fall? If things don't go as planned, who is there to look out for you and be there by your side? So family, have a conversation about that, because God calls us all to amazing things in our lives, and sometimes really important things, especially when it's about the right thing. So what does it look like for us to have the courage to take the first step, knowing that someone is there to catch us? Have a great conversation, and I'll see you guys next week.